Mini haul video. A couple things to show you here in this video. Just a CD and a couple 4Ks that I picked up off Amazon. Let me show you. So, in last video, or a couple ago, I mentioned that I got Rick and Morty Season 5, unboxed it, talked about it for a minute. But because I was on a Rick and Morty kick, I felt like I needed the soundtrack for some reason. Which I don't know. I wish what I want to do with this soundtrack is I want to rip the theme song and put it on my phone. The Rick and Morty theme song. But it's really cool. So I'm pulling it out of plastic here. It is really cool that they put out a soundtrack because there is like some songs in the show. The music in the show is not like a major focus of it, so it's kind of neat that we got a soundtrack. This is kind of cool. This kind of goes on the basis of the soundtrack, but this is actually neat. It's almost like I shouldn't have. I don't know. Now I regret taking it out because now it's like I'm messing with all this. Whoa! Look at the art on this thing, and then you got all the Mortys inside there. Look, those are all Morty planets, I guess. Pretty neat. You got the little envelope here, which has disc 1, I think. Just disc 1. Wow, the art on this is awesome. I don't care if you don't like the show or whatever, but oh, this is just the booklet. Okay, this is booklet. Do not like this coloring of the font because I cannot read it at all, so I can't tell what's on the soundtrack. And it's not on the back here, but it is on the wrapping. But most of it's just like a few like musical themes from the show, and then the rest, and then there's like a couple actual songs. Like we all know the Get Swifty song, or the Goodbye Moon Man song. Pretty popular tracks from the show. So yeah, not a major deal, but it is kind of irritating that the soundtrack is not listed on the back here like it should be. I also think the Rick and Morty that you can remove off of the soundtrack is cool and all, but it is kind of irritating because then it's like, why isn't this just on the front of it as part of the artwork? I like the background, but I also hate that I have to slide this off to pop out the CD. Yeah, I don't know. The artwork on this thing's cool. It's also more of a hassle than it's worth. I did pay a little bit more for this than I wanted to pay. I kind of just want to pay around 10, $8, but it was $12. But this thing is always selling out because I don't think they produced a lot of copies of the Rick and Morty soundtrack. Because quite frankly, even though the show's popular, most people aren't going to want a CD of the Rick and Morty soundtrack. So, but that's a really cool CD. I want to get the BoJack Horseman soundtrack and the Bob's Burgers soundtracks they put out. But then I got a couple 4Ks. These are all really good deals. One of these I've seen at this price for a while, and I just hadn't grabbed it yet. And I'm just like, it was time. It was time to grab it. So, and that is, if I can get it open here, The Big Lebowski on 4K. Let me pull out the digital copy there. There it's out. So, this is an insanely popular movie. Highly influential movie. Incredibly referenced movie. And places you would not expect. This is a very not kid-friendly movie, right? But it's referenced in a lot of kid shows. Every time a kid show has a bowling thing, anytime any show or movie has a bowling thing, it's an excuse to reference The Big Lebowski, right? So it's referenced everywhere. I know all the references to this movie, but I've never actually seen the movie itself or the context to it. And I've always wanted to, just haven't done it yet. And I have watched a few Coen Brothers movies recently. How many do I have? I have a documentary they did, and then I have No Country for Old Men. So I don't really have that many. This is my third Coen Brothers movie. But yeah, I finally decided to grab it because this is always at a $13 price point, and I was hoping I'd get a slip. Did not get a slip, which is fine. I'm not one of those crazy people like I need a slip cover for everything. I would prefer all my movies to all have slip covers, but if they can't or didn't come with them, whatever. Or if they're movies that are just like part of a set, I'd prefer them to all the movies in the set to have slip covers, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So 4K, $13. $13 for 4K is a really excellent price, just in general, and for an iconic classic movie like this, really great deal. And I'm excited to finally sit down and watch that movie for the first time. And then this other one is one that I did get with the slip. I'm excited to finally watch it. I should have watched it by now. Haven't done it yet. This is another iconic movie from a director who directed my favorite horror movie of all time, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing on 4K, which this is a 4K I was meaning to grab, but it was like $20 to $30 at release date, which is fine. I just don't usually pay that. I wait, because, they're always going to go on sale. And this one went on sale for such an excellent price. $15 for John Carpenter's The Thing with slip. Really good deal on 4K. And this is a movie that, of course, I've heard incredible things about. Has Kurt Russell in it, who I love. And John Carpenter. I love John Carpenter. I have his movie Starman, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, and Halloween. Halloween is my favorite horror movie. So John Carpenter doing horror, which he does a lot of, and there's a lot of it I haven't seen. Yes, please. Needed to grab that on 4K. The 4K. Picked this one up. So these were really good deals. I believe both of these are still at that price point. Big Lebowski has been at that price point for a while now, so even if you miss it and it sells out or something, it might go back in that price point range. So just wait a little bit and you can get it for that price point. I highly recommend picking these up at the prices they're at, because they are, 4Ks. 4Ks tend to be a little more pricey, and these are good deals. And they're good movies from what I've heard, even though I haven't seen them myself. But, movies that are widely referenced and talked about, these movies, it's, kind of hard to buy that they're not good movies, right? Kind of hard. So I'm going to definitely watch these and check them out very soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.